Welcome to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Good morning and welcome to the VIP Golf Show presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measure Studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt. I'm the General Manager and Executive Golf Professional at the Ranch Golf and Country Club and host of the VIP Golf Show. Shocking that on a Sunday morning I drive in to the studio today in rain. It just doesn't stop, but we certainly appreciate you joining us each and every Sunday morning. Only 4 weeks left of the show after today. That's pretty crazy to believe. The time is flying by that quickly. Interactive show. We'd love you to chime in, whether it's on the YouTube chat or text into the Modern Measure inbox 780-218-9999 with your questions, comments, or hot takes in the golf world. Here's what's coming up today. In just a couple moments, we're going to talk to the sharp-dressed man, Kevin Thistle, the CEO of the PGA of Canada. At 8:20, we're going to chat with Wes Martin. He is going to be playing in the Rogers Charity Classic at Canyon Meadows on the Senior PGA Tour here in a couple of weeks. He was a sponsor exemption into the tournament this year. Last year, he qualified on his own, so it'd be great to talk with him. We're going to get you some golf tips at 8:40 with Cody Yaremovich from the Eagle Rock Golf Club. At 9 o'clock, we go around YEG and check in with the Stony Plain Golf Club. At 9:40, as always, we'll have our trivia contest where one lucky listener will win a custom fitting at the TaylorMade Performance Center and a gift card to the Cake Steakhouse and Bar. And our final guest of the day, we'll chat with Jeff Krushell from Crush Performance. Get you some golf fitness information. And Jeff is the former strength and conditioning coach of the Toronto Blue Jays, so he absolutely knows his stuff. This week's engagement question of the week. Most golfers play from tees that are too long for their game. Do you agree or disagree? One person who does chime in on that today will go in for a draw to win a free foursome at the ranch, including all your food, all your beverages, all day long. So be sure to chime in on that question. Most golfers play tees that are too long for their game. Agree or disagree? Text into 780-218-9999. And this segment is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. This is Edmonton football, and the only way to experience it is being here when it happens. Get your single game tickets today and experience every hit, catch, and touchdown. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. And they are facing a little bit of adversity for the first time this year. 2 losses in a row to 2 great teams in Saskatchewan and Montreal. Home game next week against Toronto. Home game the week after against Winnipeg. Be there and cheer the boys on. And excited to have the sharp-dressed man, PGA of Canada CEO, Kevin Thistle, join the show this morning. Good morning, Kevin. How are you today?
Great, Mark. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I sure can. How are things with you?
Fantastic. Thanks. And thanks for always having me on. I really appreciate it.
Well, you know what? You are the man in the PGA of Canada that you have your finger on the pulse of everything, and that's what I'm really excited for this first question. I want you to give your State of Canadian Golf address. What's healthier than people realize? What's broken, and where are the biggest opportunities over the next 5 years?
Oh, good question. I think the health of it is the participation rate. I think a lot of people don't know that golf's the largest participation sport in Canada, which is amazing. We always think hockey and other things, which is great. What's broken? I think it's pace of play, to be honest. Everyone's watching the PGA Tour, plumb bobbing, those sort of things. And it's not a huge thing. I think that's just education if I had to think about that. And I think the biggest opportunity in the next 5 years is really still growing the game, but growing the game with ethnicity, juniors, women. We've said this for 20 years, but it's really, that is, I believe, the biggest opportunity still in our next 5 years.
Well, as you said, the participation is astronomical. COVID brought millions of new golfers into the game literally across the world. And what does the industry actually need to do to make sure that these golfers are still playing 10 years from now?
Yes, agree, because I've been around so long, maybe too long, unfortunately. I've seen the highs and then, all of a sudden the lows. You've got to just make sure that your facility, I don't care if it's a simulator, a driving range, a golf course, is inclusive for all, welcoming for all. We can't put up those barriers that we had years ago where it's like, it was like an old boys club sort of thing. So we've got to make sure that we learn from our mistakes from years ago, that if a beginner comes in, look, you've got to give them advice, you've got to help them. It's got to be very welcoming. And that's one thing we need to do to make sure that we're still playing and the players are still there in 10 years.
Well, everything is evolving in this world so quickly with AI and different things. And as the CEO of the PGA of Canada, the governing body of all golf professionals in this country, say 10 years from now, 2035, what skills is going to separate the best professionals from everyone else in the industry?
Yeah, it's funny you say, because we have a PGA World Alliance, which is in essence, PGA in the world, the large ones anyways, America and Australia, South Africa, Sweden, you name it. And we actually had just a meeting on AI, and I was chairing the meeting, and it's one of those things where I think we all have to understand in the next 10 years, don't be afraid of technology, like computers were years ago. Don't be afraid of the internet. Embrace it. They're not going to replace us. Sure, you can go on and you think a robot's going to replace, say, a golf teacher or a general manager. They are not. But I think what we have to do is, in the next 9-10 years, embrace the AI that's out there, embrace the technology that's out there, and make ourselves better.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that. With AI and launch monitors, YouTube instructions, golf apps everywhere, why is a PGA professional more valuable today than ever?
Yeah, I think we're more valuable now because people go down the rabbit hole now. It's like they have a bad round, they go on YouTube and they get the new grip, they go on to Instagram and they get the new downswing. It's just so confusing out there, and there's so much great information. But if you want to take that path by yourself, it's just so confusing. So the great thing about the PGA and why we're so valuable, we can take all that information, stuff that you like or maybe are acquisitive, and we can explain it to you. We can explain the numbers to you, we can explain the angles to you, and we can, sort of go through the fog and just bring everything together for you if you're interested in that sort of thing.
If people now, the education to get into this industry is done through the PGA of Canada, and so there are so many paths and directions that people getting in this industry can go. So, for you yourself, if you were getting into the industry today, tell me how you would build your career and what path you might go.
Yeah, when I started, I tell a story all the time. Let's say there was a couple thousand members. I thought that everyone was a head pro, an assistant pro, an associate pro. There was maybe 3 people I knew in the world who were teaching for money. This is years ago, teaching, and that was full time. So, and Murray, you make a good point. There's so many pathways, and I don't want to take too much, but you could be a Titleist rep. You could be a Callaway rep. You could be whoever. But the big thing I think is with the pathways is decide, do you want to be the best teacher and coach? Because we have a great pathway for coaching and teaching, and people are excited. But if I was to do it all over again, and we do have it now, I would like to go the general manager route. I would want to learn when I'm young about agronomy, and which I did. I want to learn when I'm young about food and beverage, which I did. But now we have pathways, because before it was like only head pro. No, there is so many pathways out there, and where you can go. And if you want to be a general manager, I want to give you all the tools through our education to make you succeed.
Yeah, great stuff. No question that you guys are on a great path with that. Now, so you obviously visit a lot of different golf facilities, and I'm curious what trends you were seeing at different golf facilities across Canada, and where do you think golf courses should be investing over the next 5 years or so to stay relevant in the game?
Yeah, if I can look back 5 years and then look forward 5 years, but if I look back 5 years, wow, the golf courses that have invested in simulators for Canada, of course, we're not really a 12-month a year. And I've heard, and it shocks me how many courses and how many small courses and how many Uber private clubs have done it. And what they say is, their members want to play in the winter. I get it. But also it keeps their young assistants employed. And I love that idea. I love that you can keep more of your people employed 12 months a year. So I think that's the trend, and it's not slowing down. It's like, my area, there used to be 3 or 4, simulators, even 2 years ago. Now there's probably 20 I can drive to within about 15 minutes. So that's a great thing. And I think investing in the next 5 years, if you're a golf course, I've always said you've got to invest in your capital projects. And that could be the clubhouse, that could be that, but you've also got to keep an eye on your irrigation system. You've got to keep an eye on your greens. You've got to keep an eye on the golf course itself, because people come for your golf course. Sure, you've got a nice Caesar salad or a nice burger or something, but I think you really got to keep an eye on the golf course, because people are becoming discerning now. It's so busy and it's getting a little more expensive that they want to make sure that your course is in great shape. And every level has a different barometer for that. But I think some people wake up one day and go, we didn't put any money away for capital improvements, and it really catches them.
Yeah, good point. Hey, Kevin, how long have you been CEO of the PGA Canada for now?
Wow, 8.5 years.
8.5 years. Well, it's evolved so much under your direction and leadership, and it's obviously gone incredibly well under your leadership. I'm curious if there's one or two things in your tenure so far that you're most proud of that you've accomplished.
You know what? I think when and Murray, we knew each other before I was the CEO. I'm a proud golf pro. I was always on the board. And when I applied, I said, look, don't hire me if I cannot be very collaborative with the zones. People may not know we have a PGA of Canada, which is a head office, that every, in essence, province has a zone office with an executive director. And we weren't getting along. I was on the board, and I didn't understand why, because, Mary, you're in Alberta, and Robert Roussel, he works for you, for the PGA of Earth. I also work for you. So I'm actually working for the same people as our zone. So that was the one thing. We're really collaborating. We're doing a lot of things together. Like all of our education is now combined. A lot of our virtual golf tours are combined. We're doing a lot of things together. And the other thing I really love is that when I first got there, I tried to look at it as a businessman, and there were some expenses that were, low-hanging fruit, and we got rid of those. But we took that money, and we now have a very robust benevolent fund. And what a benevolent fund is, for the viewers, is that if we have a PGA of Canada professional in trouble, it could be addiction, finance, legal, it could be their kids, it could be their wife, their families. We're here to help. And that was not one of our mandates before. We couldn't do that. But that's really probably the most singular thing that I'm very proud of, that we now as a PGA Canada can help our own and their families. So thank you for that.
When your time as CEO is over, what do you think your legacy is going to be?
I don't need a legacy. I just hope that people, would say that, I tried. I love every golf pro across Canada. I listen to them, and I feel their pain, because when I was a young assistant, I was a young assistant. I wasn't making any money. And I tell the story all the time. I couldn't afford my dues. I couldn't afford my education. So I really want the PGA of Canada to be more affordable, more inclusive, and open to everyone. And that would make me feel happy that I didn't do it. Our team did it, and everyone around. But that would be a wonderful thing, that we have brought the cost down for education and most things these days.
All right, Kevin. Now, I'm going to try something a little different on the show this week. I'm going to finish off with some rapid fire questions. So real quick answers, quick off the top of your head on these ones. You ready?
I like it, yeah.
All right. One thing golfers need to stop complaining about.
Slow play.
One thing golf course operators need to do better.
Customer service 101, every day.
Most underrated golf facility in Canada.
Ooh, I always said that was Summit Golf Club. No one's ever heard of it, and it's a Stanley Thompson gym.
Best advice you've ever received.
Be kind to people and write thank you notes.
What's one technology that's overhyped?
I think the launch monitor.
Your favorite golf course in Canada?
Ooh, I'll say St. George's, because that was my favorite when I was a kid.
Awesome. Dream foursome, living or deceased?
My brother, Jack Nicklaus, who I named my kid after, and Ben Hogan.
One prediction for Canadian golf over the next 5 years?
5 years. Increased growth, accessibility, and I think a lot more simulators.
Awesome. Well, if people want to get more information on the PGA Canada and all that goes on in the association, how can they find it?
Thanks, Barry. PGAofCanada.com. And if someone's interested in, maybe becoming a member or thinking of it, I mean, we're not that's not what we're here for today, but in case they have any questions, PGAofCanada.com. We got a great website. You can find everything there.
Awesome. Well, appreciate your time as always, Kevin. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Very great seeing you. I hope to see you in a couple of weeks, maybe.
All right. Yeah, I'll see you at the show for sure. Take care.
You have. Thanks,
All
sir.
right, Kevin Thistle from the PGA of Canada. On the other side of the break, we're going to chat with Calgarian Wes Martin, who's going to be playing in the Senior PGA Tournament in Calgary, the Rogers Charity Classic in a couple weeks. Stay with us. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors. Built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. No matter what Alberta weather throws your way, you're covered with confidence. Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ardentroofsystems.com.
Ready to level up your golf game? Come swing by the Ranch Golf and Country Club, where serious golf meets serious fun. With a championship-style course, pristine conditions, and above all, a fun laid-back atmosphere, the Ranch is where every round feels like a getaway. Get top-notch service at unmatched value every time you play at the Ranch. Think you have what it takes to go low? Bring your A game and find out why the Ranch is the best value in golf. 25, 50, 100, and 200 round packs on sale. TheRanchGolf.com.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
This summer, your golf game stays hot indoors. With the $50 Golf Summer Pass from Country Club Tour, enjoy free indoor golf all summer long at the CCT Indoor Golf Center, right in downtown Edmonton. Tee off on over 90 world-class courses with 28 cutting-edge Unicourse simulators, rain or shine. Or just fine-tune your game on the virtual driving range. Offer valid till June 30th, and you can play from May 1st to September 30th. Your best golf season starts indoors. Visit countryclubtour.com to grab your pass today.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gonna be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Upgrade your game this season. Soro Group, Canadian owned and operated, delivers premium golf brands like Beadrady, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. Beadrady and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Soro Group, elevate your game.
Golfer's swing is different. TaylorMade Master Fitters customize clubs based on size, speed, and ability. From tour pro to the casual golfer, everyone can benefit from clubs that are custom fit for their game. Featuring the most extensive range of custom club components from driver through to putter, TaylorMade Performance Centers offer one-on-one tour-level fittings and TrackMan launch monitor technology. Visit the TaylorMade Performance Center at the Ranch Golf and Country Club to take your golf game to the next level and dial in your equipment. For more details and to book your fitting, visit TaylorMadeFitting.ca.
Enjoy a round of golf on two of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measure Studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by Adidas, where tradition meets modern golf, timeless looks, traditional craftsmanship, modern comfort and performance, golfer design, sneaker inspired, one shoe, all-day comfort from tee time to downtime. S2G is your go-anywhere golf essential. And we are now going to head into the Modern Measure inbox. Modern Measure is Edmonton's leading provider of custom-made-to-measure clothing right in the heart of Ice District. From formal wear, casual wear, and yes, even golf wear like this shirt, Modern Measure shirt I'm wearing today. Their goal is giving you a one-of-a-kind look with a perfect fit made just for you. And a couple of texts to get into here. Wrong tee heads. I think it's gotten much better, especially since we got rid of the ladies' tee stigma. Couldn't agree with that more, including even changing the tee colors from red, white, and blue and using silver, gold, black for an example. Our group is pretty old, and we never refer to the ladies' tees. From Scuba Steve. Great input there, Steve. Love it. This one, good morning, Murray and Zach. Play from where you're fitted for, not from where you wish you were. Another great point there. So thanks for that. And just checking in, we do have Wes Martin on the phone with us this morning. Good morning, Wes. How are you?
Good morning, Murray. I'm great. How are you?
Well, not complaining too badly. A little jealous that you guys have actually had summer in Calgary, and we've had a monsoon season instead of summer up here in Edmonton, but all good. Wes, how excited are you right now? A short period of time away here from playing in I believe your second ever senior PGA Tour event. How excited are you for this?
It's a bit of a mixture of excitement, nerves, a little bit of everything going on. It's very exciting. My game's doesn't feel like it's quite where it should be yet, but it's playing against the best guys. I'd like to be at the top of my game, but I got a lot of people coming out to watch. Everyone's excited. Regardless, it's going to be a great week no matter what happens.
Well, you were a Canadian Tour player for years, over a decade, I believe, and now you're a pipe fitter. How do you keep your game sharp being a pipe fitter? I'm sure you're working a lot of hours and whatnot. That's interesting story.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I'm not a multitasker, so it's either if I'm at work, I try to focus on that, and then when I leave, I put my golf hat on and I try to be a golfer. It's, nowadays, since I'm older, I don't get to, I can't hit as many balls as I used to. I used to beat balls when I was a kid, but now I just, try to warm up the best I can, and I just work on fundamentals is what I try to do. The putting important, and then just trying to maintain my tempo nowadays. I can't chase distance anymore, but just try to keep that same swing and tempo. And it's not an easy thing to do, but so far I've managed okay.
Well, are you a member at a club in Calgary, or where do you play?
Yeah, I'm at Inglewood. I'm sitting near the 9th green right now. Just getting ready. We're teeing off here in a little bit. So.
Oh, awesome. Well, Wes, last year you had to qualify your way into the field, and this year you received a sponsor's exemption. How did it feel getting that phone call compared to having to grind through a qualifier again?
Relief, ultimate relief. Last year was such a whirlwind the way it all happened. Sean, the guy who runs the Rogers, told me to send him a letter requesting an exemption. He thought I had a really good chance, and that was months ago, 6-7 months ago, or 8 months ago, a long time ago. And since I wrote that letter, it's kind of just been the waiting game. They did say it wouldn't be till right around beginning of August. And when I got it, it was kind of, relief. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, now I got to get my game in shape. So it was very nice to not have to go through that qualifier. To me, it's one of the hardest tours to, get even a small chance to play in. To not have to go through those qualifiers, it's 2 qualifiers. The second qualifier seems to be automatic. You have to shoot 6 under par. Yes, that's doable, but I don't do that all the time, right? Like, it's very hard to qualify for one of these. So the fact that I can focus a little bit more on Canyon Meadows and play it a bit more and work on my game and try to set a bit of a schedule here. And I'm hoping that'll help. Last year I kind of was thrown into the fire, bang, 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 and did okay. That worked as well. So I just have more time to think about it now.
So as I mentioned, you're a pipe fitter by trade, but yet this week you're going to be standing on the first tee with major champions and Hall of Famers. I mean, what's that transition like? That just seems unworldly almost.
Oh, it's honestly, I don't really know how I do it. It's not that I don't believe, not that I don't believe in myself that I can play with these guys. It's just, literally yesterday, the boss gives me 2 weeks off, or gave me 2 weeks off starting today. So yesterday I was in the shop doing my thing, and then now today I'm trying to be a pro. So, I kind of just go off of the stuff that happened in the past years, how I played. My game's always been okay. I didn't make it, but I wouldn't say I flopped either in my career. I was kind of always just a decent player. And it's just kind of stuck around, obviously my body doesn't react the same as it used to, but don't get me wrong. I'm nervous. Like, these guys are good, right? I don't want to go out there and I got an exemption, so I don't want to go out there and make a fool of myself. Right. It's, last year I feel like I truly earned it. I shot one of my best rounds ever, 62 in the final qualifier. And this year I was told from my family and friends that they said, look, this is how you played last year. They wouldn't give you the exemption if you didn't deserve it. So I got to look at it from a different angle, right? So I just want to go and play my best for the people that, believed in me and gave me the spot. And, it's, if you're not doing this thing full time, it's tough no matter what, so you just go out one shot at, all this cliches, right?
Yeah,
one
absolutely.
shot at a time and keep it in play, be below the hole, all those kind of things. So, and try not to think about what's going on around me, right? I got a good caddy who's going to try to keep me, in line.
Take us inside the ropes, Wes. What's something fans watching on TV have no idea about when it comes to playing in a PGA Tour Champions event?
I was thinking about that. I think nowadays with all the cameras and the microphones and everything, the viewers have a pretty good idea of what happens. I think maybe the conversations that the players have, between themselves, the caddies, it's kind of interesting. Last year I got to play with Woody Austin, and he was telling us some Ryder Cup stories, which was kind of interesting, stuff that went down with him. Brett Quigley I got to play with, and of course my first, me just getting back into trying to play at a high level. I was talking about nutrition and stuff, and Brett Quigley said he's almost too much. He's almost overboard on the nutrition, but he said if he wants to, he's trying to maintain and stay out there as long as he can. He says he has to do what he has to do. So he was talking a little bit about that. So yeah, I think those little conversations, you don't know what these guys are like. They're just normal people, and they all treated me amazing. Like, that was one of the treats last year, was how, this guy comes off the street and he's kind of stepping on their toes playing in their tournament, and they treated me like I belonged. It was awesome.
What a great experience for you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So you played on the Canadian Tour. Obviously, you've seen elite golf up close, and you shot 62. So you play elite golf as well. But when you watch players like Ernie Els, Stephen Ames, Bernard Longer, who are all players that play in this tournament, what impresses you the most about their games?
Well, for one, the fact that they're still out there playing at the level they are, like, their longevity is just, it's amazing how, they're at the top of their game. They've been at the top of their games, it seems like forever, which we all know that golf's hard to play. You know, it's hard to do that. Their consistency, if you watch their swings, they don't change. You know, their routines are identical, and I think those are the things that is why they can continue to play as good as they do all the time. That's what I like to watch, is just to see their timing over their, you know, from when they stand behind the ball to when they hit it. It's like bang on every time. They're just the routines. It's like methodical and almost robotic like. I find that amazing that they can do that. And I think that's what keeps them consistent. And that's what I've been trying to do, you know, the last few years now, is just not try to, you know, juice that 7-iron when all you got to do is hit a smooth 6. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, just try to keep it, you know, steady. And that's what they do. And I really enjoy watching that. And their short games are incredible. They putt good all the time. So,
yeah, that's definitely a big difference between elite players and not elite players for sure. But I'm curious, when you played in the event last year for the first time, was there ever a moment where you just like kind of were like just maybe a little bit overwhelmed and realized like, holy smokes, am I having a special moment in my life right now?
Yeah. So soon, before I teed off every day, my daughter, she was 21 last year. She was off in Miami at the Weeknd's concert.
Okay.
So she was a little disappointed she couldn't come. So I FaceTimed her before I teed off every day. The very first day, she's crying, I'm crying. And I walk up to the first tee, and I don't know if you know Billy and Ed Melville, they do the announcing, and they're so good at it. They're up there and they're screaming and dancing, and they start yelling your name, and the crowd gets going. I started to choke up. I just thought to myself, I said, I did it. You know, I can still do this. I made it. I know it's only for one tournament, but that was the moment, because I actually stopped for a second. I had to put my head down before I could even tee up. And then I just said, okay, let's go. We're here. And that was the moment for sure. I was pretty emotional. It felt so good to step up there, have them yelling your name, and the people, basically all the people around me that I know and love, and standing there cheering you on. It was incredible, you know. So that was the moment for sure.
How did you do in the tournament last year, and what is your goal for this event this year?
I finished tied for 38th, I think, last year. I was 4 under. And honestly, I'd like to get to, if I could get it to double digits this year, which I don't do very often in tournaments, but if I could get to that, I would feel like that was an incredible tournament. And then wherever I sit, wherever I end up in the tournament, it is what it is. But that would be a big accomplishment for me. And yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. Last year, I think I started the tournament, I was 4 under through 5 the first day. Didn't even know what was going on, but then I ended up finishing the tournament 4 under. So the last, made all my birdies in the first 5 holes pretty much.
Well, you're playing against guys who've won Masters, U.S. Opens, major championships. What's one thing you honestly believe that you do just as well as those guys do?
Well, if my game's on, I feel like I hit the ball. I'd just say my game in general, the way I strike the ball, I hit the ball pretty good. I would say, and my putting's come along a long way. I would honestly just ball striking, I think I hit as good as those guys. Last year, distance-wise, I was by a few guys. Obviously I played with a couple of guys that could hit it pretty far. But I think ball striking-wise is where I'm equal. Where I'm not is between the ears, I would say. Mentally, just, being out of the game for so long, and I don't know if guys on tour think the way I do, but I do worry a little bit about results and stuff like that. But if I'm on my game, I can play. It's just a matter of, when you guys are going low, I have a tough time continuing to go low. I'm more of a guy that thinks I need to maintain, and that's really hard to do mentally, right?
Yeah.
And hard to do.
Yeah, no question. Okay, Wes, we're going to wrap up with some quick rapid fire questions. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Biggest hitter in the field?
Sink.
Best short game in the field.
Jimenez.
One player you'll definitely stop to watch if your round is over.
Jimenez.
Favorite hole at Canyon Meadows.
Number 11.
Toughest hole at Canyon Meadows.
Number 7.
Would you rather walk with Bernhard Longer or Ernie Els?
I like them both, but I want to go Bernhard.
All right. First tee nerves between 1 to 10.
7.
All right. I was hoping you didn't say 11, so 7's good. Okay. Finish this sentence. A great week for me would be what?
To get it to double digits. That's kind of the goal.
Awesome. Well, if people want to follow along on your in your journey in this event, how do you know how they can do that, or is there any specific spot that the live leaderboard's accessible?
There's a few around the course. I know 18, 9 and 18 are good holes, and 16 is supposed to be a Blue Jay themed hole this year. I don't know what that's going to look like. It's supposed to be something like a ball diamond or something. So, and that's always a good hole. The course is just great in general for spectators. There's lots of places to watch, and if you're not coming out to watch me, come out and watch these other guys. Jimenez is a fun one to watch, and if you got Ernie there, he's always good to watch as well. So
awesome. Well, best of luck to you, Wes. I'll certainly be following along and seeing how you're doing, as I'm sure lots of people across Alberta will be as well.
Thanks for the invite, Murray. Appreciate it.
All right, you take care, and again, best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, that was Wes Martin. Excited to see how he does in this upcoming week on the Champions Tour. On the other side of the break, we're going to get you some golf tips with Cody Yaremovich from the Eagle Rock Golf Club. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors, all built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. Because at Ardent Roof Systems, we are
crazy about roofs.
Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ardentroofsystems.com.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
Thistle Creek Golf Resort, just 45 minutes west of Edmonton, is one of the best RV resorts in Alberta. With a championship golf course, water park, sports park, and spectacular views, you won't want to leave. We're proud to be launching our new Phase 6 development with 103 new lots for pre-sale. This phase will include an in-ground swimming pool. Call 780-514-0005 to view this exciting development and pick your perfect piece of paradise. You can live year-round or just spend the summer. Either way, Thistle Creek has you covered with plenty of year-round activities. Book your tour or tee time at trestlecreek.ca.
Trade in the ordinary for the extraordinary. Let VIP Golf elevate your game. Join VIP Golf and unlock preferred rates at Canada's premier resort courses. From your local favorites to the iconic peaks of Banff and Canmore to our stay and play packages on sun-drenched fairways in the Okanagan Valley. With over 170 courses coast to coast and membership packages that are tailored to fit your golf style, VIP members have more choice, get more value, and experience more unforgettable rounds. With VIP Golf, your next round isn't just a game, it's a getaway. Get your free trial today at vipgolf.ca.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Look
Looking for your next great round? Just minutes off the Hendan west of Edmonton, the Links at Spruce Grove is an 18-hole championship course that delivers. Tree-lined fairways, rolling terrain, pristine greens, and just enough challenge to test every skill level. Whether you're chasing a low score or enjoying a relaxed round with friends, this is golf done right. A favorite tournament destination with exceptional conditions and a staff that truly delivers. Plus, modern amenities, a full-service restaurant, and an event space for weddings, anniversaries, or business gatherings. Book your tee time today at lakesgolfcourse.com. The Links at Spruce Grove. Your next round starts here.
Why tee off at the Ranch Golf and Country Club?
A fun, unique layout offering premier conditions. The Ranch has been ranked as one of the top public courses in Canada.
Unmatched value. Score Golf Magazine rated the Ranch as the best value in Edmonton.
The service, from tournaments to special events to the pro shop. Superior service that makes every visit exceptional.
The Ranch Golf and Country Club, a laid-back environment where anyone can enjoy an amazing day on the fairways. For details, visit theranchgolf.com.
50 years of memories, 50 years of celebrations, 50 years of Sawmill. This November, Sawmill Prime Ribbon Steakhouse invites you to something bigger than a night out. The 50th Anniversary Fundraising Gala. An elevated evening of incredible food, live entertainment, and a room full of people who know how to celebrate right. But here's what makes it special. You help choose where the impact goes. Every ticket, 100% of proceeds, goes directly to a local charity selected by the guests in the room. Seats are limited. The moment is once in 50 years. Get yours now at sawmill.ca. Sawmill, we have a stake in your community. There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kaysen Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kaysen Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
The Nielsen Show.
You know, on airplanes, WestJet lately, in the little snack box they give you, a little chocolate in there. It's called Awake. Have you seen this Awake chocolate? And it comes with caffeine in it. So I've been taking those and pretending it's like a real kick. Yeah. I was just like, oh, here we go.
Under the tongue and away we go.
Yeah, I turn around to the rest of the plane. I say, it's about to go down. And I open up and I eat this Awake chocolate. Hey, Dusty, yelling it's about to go down on a plane is probably not a good thing. That's a good point.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings at 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems in the Modern Measure Studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by the PGA of Alberta. Looking to shed strokes this summer? The PGA of Canada professionals in Alberta know their stuff. From equipment and technology to technique, they're your most trusted resource for getting more out of the game you love. Visit pgaofalberta.com and get to know your local pro today, and we'll head into the Modern Measure inbox. Good morning, Murray. I just got home from my trip to the Maritimes, and I'm looking forward to picking up my new driver. Thanks again. That was from Derek Lazurko, the winner of our custom fit driver, for chiming in on our engagement question of the day. And Derek, if you are still listening, I am reaching out to you. I'm going to invite you on the show in a couple of weeks to talk to us about your experience getting the fitting and how awesome the driver has been for you. And for those that want to get in on that engagement question, the question this week is: most golfers play tees that are too long for their game. Do you agree or disagree? Text into 780-218-9999. And one person from the show that does chime in on that question is going to go in a draw for a foursome at the ranch, including all your food and beverages all day long. So text in your thoughts on that. Again, 780-218-9999. And now we are joined by Cody Yaremovich, teaching professional at the Eagle Rock Golf Club. Good morning, Cody. How you doing today?
Good. You guys?
Yeah, not complaining at all. Now, Cody, last time I talked to you earlier in the week, you had no driving range at Eagle Rock because of all the rain. You were only 14 holes out there, and you were saying one of the holes was a par 3 instead of normally a par 4. Has anything changed with that? Have you guys got some more holes open in the driving range, or where are you guys at?
The driving range is still underwater.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll even open this year. It is like pretty much a lake. However, the golf course is open on 18 holes now. We were playing hole 1 as a par 3 for a little bit. That is back to a par 5. And then hole 10, I think the last week, we did shorten it a little bit just because the pond has overflowed and come out onto the fairway and almost across the whole hole itself.
Well, that's good news, though, that you're back on 18 holes. That's obviously great for your customers, but to not have a driving range, that obviously impacts you as a teaching pro fairly significantly, obviously, hey?
Yeah, it hasn't been great. However, I've been lucky enough to have some friends that own Aurora Golf in Beaumont and are allowing me to teach indoors in the meantime, and which is really, keeping the business going on my side, but also being able to continue to help the golfers improve their games.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Cody, if you had just 30 days to help a 15 handicapper lower their scores, what would you spend almost all your time working on, and what would you not waste any time on at all?
I think a 15 handicapper is probably fairly decent off the tee. Like, they can keep it in play, but I wouldn't spend too much time there, but I would probably spend a lot of time at 130 yards and in, really dialing in the short game and just not wasting shots from that yardage. Because if you're missing greens from there, you're just making life difficult on yourself.
Yeah, no question. Now, what's the biggest mistake golfers make when they practice that makes them feel like they're improving but really isn't helping them lower their scores?
Quantity over quality. People that just beat balls. I mean, if you're just going to rattle through 125 golf balls in an hour, that's just exercise. I don't think there's any mindfulness to that, and the quality of the practice just isn't there.
So explain how they should practice.
I tell my students, break your basket of balls up into sets. Like, if you're working out at the gym, you're going to have break a basket of 75 balls down into 325 sets. Break that 25 down into 5 sets. Whether you're working on technique or target practice, be really mindful. For those of you trying to improve your golf swing, I highly recommend recording your swing. That way you can see if you're making the changes, if you are moving in the right direction, and you have that to show your coach when you go back to meet them for the next lesson.
If every amateur could master, I mean, there's a million different shots that people need to have in their bag to play golf. But if you could just narrow it down to 3 shots that if golfers could master, they would save the most strokes over the year. What would those shots be?
I would say have a repeatable tee ball, whether that's a fade or a draw. Like, don't try to shape the ball both ways. I think if you hit a 20-yard fade or slice and it gets you in play every time, play it. Keep the ball in play. Then I have a 30 or 50-yard shot. Again, those pitch shots, we're all not hitting the greens 18 out of 18 times. And for most of us, it's probably, I would say on average 3 to 5 for the average person at best. And then get those on the green, because if you can at least have a putt for par, you're giving yourself a chance. And then that last shot again it would just be lag putting. Like, get the distance down.
What's the biggest lie golfers tell themselves about why they don't get better when they're trying to improve their game?
It's not them, it's the equipment. Yeah, I think, you can play golf with almost anything and any type of equipment. It's very rarely have I recommended equipment changes to people, maybe for better players in terms of loft on their clubs, but for the most part, just put in the work and you'll get better.
If a golfer's trunk slamming and just shows up 5 minutes before their tee time, what's the ideal 5-minute warm-up to help them get their game started in a good way?
Go to the putting green, learn the speed of the greens for the day. Lag putting, figure it out fast, because if you can do that, it just becomes easier on the greens.
Yeah, 3 and 4 putts are no fun on a scorecard, eh?
You got that right.
Yeah. So social media has changed golfers' expectations. In your opinion, what does good golf actually look like for the average player?
Bogey golf, maybe slightly better, but I think if you're someone that's bogeying every hole, you have the potential to par maybe 5 or 6 of those holes, and you might just be missing because of putting or one bad decision here or there. But I think, for the average person who's not really practicing and just getting out with their buddies, if you can play bogey golf, that's good golf.
So If every golfer listening could take just one lesson from you, Cody, and it couldn't be about swing mechanics, what would you teach them?
Understand golf is hard. Let go of expectations and realize that no one really cares how you play golf. Just go out, have fun. And yeah, like fairways and greens if you can, but just let go of those expectations. The sooner you do that, the easier golf gets.
Yeah, and you're so right that nobody cares what you shoot. Like, a week later, nobody knows if you shot 110 or 80. It's just you spent quality time together for 4 hours.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, getting out there and spending time with the guys or girls. And you know what? Social media has... even you know, just watching the PGA, that all you see is guys shooting 63, 66, and you don't realize some of those guys that shoot 63 are shooting 74 the next day. I mean, golf's hard.
Yeah. Well, I have a question for you on that. This rookie sensation on the PGA Tour, Koiven, that won a couple weeks back and looks like he's going to qualify for the playoffs on the PGA Tour in less events than anybody ever. How do you explain something like that? How does a guy from nowhere just come and dominate on the PGA Tour?
I mean, he's put his work in, but he's extremely talented too. And I mean, the college scene, those juniors now coming up, like they hit the ball a country mile. They're so good. They're starting so young. They got technology. Most coaches now have all the technology that someone would need. And everything's just there for them. They have teams built around them. It's crazy what you're seeing. I think there's like Miles Russell and Blades Brown, like those two kids too. Like, look out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how his journey continues the rest of this year and into the future. I think it's exciting. So I'm trying something new this episode of the show, finishing with rapid fire for everybody. So I got quite a long list here for you. So you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Most overrated training aid?
Tempo trainers.
Most underrated training aid?
Alignment sticks.
Oh, good one. One club amateur golfers should practice with more?
Putter.
One swing thought golfers should eliminate?
Swinging slow to keep the ball in play.
One thing every golfer should do before every round?
Said it before, get the speed of the greens down.
Hardest shot in golf?
40 to 60 yard bunker shot.
Ooh, yes it is. Easiest way for the average golfer to save strokes?
Eliminate 3 putts and chipping twice on greens.
Biggest difference between a 5 handicapper and a 20 handicapper?
Damage control.
Biggest mistake golfers make on the course?
Compounding errors.
One thing golfers should stop worrying about?
Said it before, what other golfers think about them.
Best piece of golf advice you've ever received?
Oh, quit caring so much. Stop trying to play perfect golf.
One golf course management tip every golfer should know?
Hit the green. Aim at the center of the green. If you know your shot dispersion, hit the center of the green.
Last one. Finish the sentence. Golf gets a lot easier when you what?
Let go.
All right. Good one. Listen, Cody, if people want to get in touch with you to get some golf lessons from you, how can they find you?
Fire me an email, Cody, C-O-D-Y, at eaglerockgolf.com, or call the golf shop, 780-464-4653.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Cody, and good luck the rest of the year out there. I know you and lots of courses have taken it on the chin pretty hard with this weather. I hope it's a good finish to the season for you.
Perfect. Thanks. You too, Murray.
All right. Take care. That was Cody Yaremovich from the Eagle Rock Golf Club. On the other side of the break, we're going to go around YEG and check in with the Stony Plain Golf Club and head professional Robb James. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gotta be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Enjoy a round of golf on two of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Robb Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more. Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors, all built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. Because at Ardent Roof Systems, we are
Crazy about roofs.
Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ardentroofsystems.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline, who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited. Elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st and delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men.
Customize clubs based on size, speed, and ability. From Tour Pro to the casual golfer, everyone can benefit from clubs that are custom fit for their game. Featuring the most extensive range of custom club components from driver through to putter, TaylorMade Performance Centers offer one-on-one tour-level fittings and TrackMan launch monitor technology. Visit the TaylorMade Performance Center at the Ranch Golf and Country Club to take your golf game to the next level and dial in your equipment. For more details and to book your fitting, visit TaylorMadeFitting.ca.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kaysen Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kaysen Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show presented by Ardent Roof Systems in the Modern Measure Studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by the Twin Willows Golf Club, part of Edmonton's golf community since 1965. Visit us at twinwillowsgolf.com, and we'll head into the Modern Measure inbox. This is from Chief Junior. Ego takes over, and people think they can play from a tee box they don't belong at. Slows play down for the entire course. Courses should really enforce playing the right tee box. Would show respect to all players. Use of on-course marshals would be reduced. And this is an interesting point, Chief Junior. But I agree with you. But from my perspective, from a golf course operator's perspective, you go up to someone and say, you're basically telling them, you're not good enough to play here. You need to move up a tee box. I don't think that would be very well received. But you know what? And I've been there and done that and got the T-shirt. So it is offensive to them to tell them they can't play. They shouldn't be playing from that tee box. But you know, your point is very valid. No question. One other quick one to get to here. Someone says, I disagree, Murray. You said a week later, no one remembers what you shot. Our group does, especially if you break 100. That's why the next week you don't want to do that again, because realistically, we try to shoot bogey golf 90 and end up with 95s, and a couple of times a year we break 90 from Scuba Steve. Well, all right. If you guys remember, you guys played together a lot, so obviously, so that's good stuff. And anyways, really excited now to visit with Robb James, head professional of the Stony Plain Golf Club. Good morning, Rob. How are you?
Good morning. How are we doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are things going out there? Club championship weekend.
Yeah, we just blew the horn, actually. Round twos today. We did a 9 o'clock shotgun for 72 participants. So, yeah, it looks like the day is going to be good. I mean, an average day of weather is a win this year, sadly, like everybody's been experiencing. But, yeah, round two.
Awesome. Well, as you just mentioned, this has been one of the toughest summers we've seen with rain, flooding, mosquitoes. How has Stony Plain Golf Club handled all that, and what has your team done to keep the course in such good shape?
Yeah, it really has been a challenging year. We've been pretty fortunate with all the drainage work that we've put together the last kind of 7 or 8 years. It's really helping out with getting the water to work downwards. But yeah, like every other golf course in the community, it just seems like you can't win. I empathize not just with my agronomy team, but maintenance teams from all over Edmonton and area that, you know, you put Humpty Dumpty together again, and then you come back the next morning to find out that it's just, you know, in pieces again. So the crew's done a great job. I mean, you're pumping water, you're rebuilding sand traps to have to do it again the very next day or a few days later. You've got tree removal, you've got branches that come down, and yeah, you know, it's tough. The maintenance crews are having to change their hours, right? I mean, normally at a typical golf course, they're going to be showing up bright and early to get the course ready for play for 300 plus players. But now we've got maintenance teams that are working later through the day because you just can't get to all the projects when it's just cleanup after cleanup. But, you know, right now we've got limited cart path restrictions, so we're very fortunate, but definitely had some days back in June and early part of July where it was walking only. Very fortunate it's a walkable golf course, so we weren't losing a ton of traffic on that front. But we're hanging in there. We're hanging in.
Yeah, that's all we can do. It's been the summer from I don't know. It's just monsoon season, not summer season, eh? It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you guys launched the Stop the Clock for Junior Golf promotion this year. Explain how it works, why you started it, and what kind of response you've seen from families.
Yeah, it's been lots of fun. I just I found a clock on Amazon. I don't know, it was $18 or something crazy, but you tap the button. I wish I could have brought it up. I'm upstairs on the top floor right now. I couldn't take it from the pro shop because it's plugged in. But basically, the idea is they have to stop the clock at 19 seconds, 0.83. So 1983 being the year that the golf course was established. It originally started with the large bucket promotion. So for an extra $1, they could try to stop the clock. And if they landed on 1983, they got their large bucket for free. And it's fun. It's fun watching people to see how their reaction time is. You know, the extra $1, if they didn't land on 1983, it went to the junior golf program. So it's going to come in handy next weekend. We've got our junior club championship. and all the revenue that we've accumulated through this promotion is going to help fund the meal and the prize program for our junior club championship. So it's been great. The early adopters in May, once we got the driving range open, because it was an exciting time of the year, it seemed like everybody wanted to do it. And some people have nailed it. They get their large bucket for free, and if they don't, they get the $1 off, or the $1 goes to the junior program. So it's a great program.
Yeah, great idea. That's a lot. That sounds like a lot of fun for people too.
Mm-hmm.
So every golf course has a personality. If someone has never played Stony Plain before, what would you tell them they'll remember most after walking off the 18th green?
I think playability is probably my favorite word out here. You have an opportunity to still move your golf ball forwards if you get into some trouble. So there's some treat areas, obviously, like most golf courses, but if you get into them, you've got an opportunity to find your ball, advance it forward. You're not having to go sideways or backwards or abandon hope on finding the golf ball. So you can get away. Some players out here have had their personal best scores, maybe not hitting it as good as they probably could, because again, they might be in the trees, but you can still salvage a second shot or a third shot, whatever it happens to be. And again, that helps with pace of play. A number of times we have people come off the golf course in the middle of a Friday afternoon or a Saturday afternoon, and they come in to peruse the pro shop, and they compliment us on a 4-hour pace. For a public golf course that's busy and dealing with every single demographic out there, which can have its challenges as well. For the most part, our pace of play is fantastic for a public golf course because we make it very playable.
So as a head professional, you obviously hear golfer feedback every day. What are golfers saying they value most right now when they're deciding where to play? Is it conditions, pace of play, value, service, or something else?
Yeah, that fluctuates from week to week and season to season, obviously. This year in particular, you get the phone calls and they're first asking you, like, are you open? Do you have 18 holes in play? Are there cart path restrictions? Green conditions is obviously very high on so many golfers' scorecards. Our greens project from 2019, addressed the issues that we had from our arrival in 2016. The conditioning's definitely paramount, but this season certainly changed. Mosquitoes, all that kind of stuff. But it's a tough one for sure this season. Condition-wise, everybody's just hoping that they can play 18 holes without getting called off the course because of a storm, and they don't have to worry about buying new shoes afterwards because it's flooded out.
Yeah, we've talked about it so much this year on the show, but Rob, but it's really the theme of the year. It's been that crazy.
Absolutely anomalous. I was thinking about a really funny kind of a memory of mine growing up working at Victoria Golf Course with Kevin Hogan, who's still there, and we used to have kind of a running joke when it was a mosquito year where we'd have two separate prices for bug spray. We'd have a front nine price and a back nine price. And I think back then when bug spray was $10, which was unheard of, that was a ludicrous price to charge for bug spray. We'd have people, say, I'm not buying bug spray for $10, and then they'd go out and play. And then after the front nine, they'd come back in the pro shop and they'd slap their money down and say, give me that bug spray. We'd say, well, it's $15 now for the back nine. And I remember doing that often. And honestly, I don't think I sold a can of bug spray for 4 consecutive seasons until this year. And now we're on order number 2 of 144 cans. And we have people coming in off the street, coming to the pro shop just to buy bug spray because at a time, I think it was sold out at Co-op and Home Depot and Walmart. Like they couldn't inventory it, right? So it sucks that that's our highest selling SKU probably this year is Croc Block bug spray.
Yeah, no kidding. Unbelievable. But hey, Rob, if I gave you one day to showcase the Stony Plain Golf Club to someone who's never been there before, what are 3 things you make sure that they experience at your club before they leave?
Yeah, it's a very family-friendly facility. We've got the 4-hole loop that's off adjacent to number 9, so that gets utilized by some very young golfers that aren't quite ready to tackle the 18-hole golf course. So it's great seeing families out there with really young kids. We provide the club rentals if they need them for free. There's no green fee for that 4-hole loop, so that's fantastic. Golf course itself, it's just a treat. The number of times we get our fellow PGA of Alberta professionals coming out to play their matches out here, it's kind of a neutral, friendly golf course when it comes to that thing. And then the pro shop, I'm very proud of the pro shop and the team that I have in there. We carry some great lines, and the number of times people come in to compliment us on the optics of the pro shop and the selection, and those are probably the top 3 currently.
Is there anything going on at the golf club in Stony Plain this year that you think golfers should know about that maybe isn't getting enough attention?
You know what? I think we're just doing our best to keep the golf course as playable as possible given the conditions. Again, that just kudos to Bill Gregoire and Steve Hancock, our agronomy heads, that they're moving water, they're tidying the place up, and trying to tackle the rough when they get a chance to, just because it grows like crazy. I think everybody probably watching this show that has a front and back lawn has probably mowed it more this season than they have in the past. So, your front lawn, my back lawn, or front lawn, Murray, they're pretty large pieces of property. So, yeah, just trying to take advantage of the conditions that we've been given, and we're doing the best we can.
So when we were communicating about getting you on here today, you said that the TV show on Netflix, The Hawk with Will Ferrell, was pretty meh. Yeah. And my wife and I just wrapped it up 2 days ago, I think, and we actually quite enjoyed it. So why didn't it work for you, and would you still recommend golfers give it a watch?
Yeah, I think for like the diehard golfers, they're probably just wanting to get out and play golf and practice when they get an opportunity to. So maybe it can just be tabled until the off season once there's a little more time to watch it. But I'm more of a Will Ferrell fan, so I was kind of going at it from that angle in terms of it could have been funnier. It just seemed like. It had some good golf themes to it. There were definitely a few chuckles, but I think I was just expecting more of Will Ferrell, to be honest. But yeah, I gave it like a 6 out of 10. I guess a 3 out of 5, lowest common denominator, right? But it was okay.
Yeah, like for me, what I kind of thought was, the PGA Tour is kind of known as so stuffy and prim and proper, and to show that type of personality into the PGA Tour, which would never happen for real. Yeah. But I kind of thought maybe it was throwing something at the PGA Tour a little bit that says maybe you should lighten up a little bit and relax.
True. Yeah. I might give it a rewatch. I'm not gonna lie. I probably watched most of the episodes later in the day, and I could have been dozing off a bit and maybe missed some of the humor behind it. But yeah, it was it had some laughs for sure. I've seen lots of good Will Ferrell shows, and have had some pretty good laughs with his talent for sure. I just thought he might have been able to bring a little bit more comedy to it, but.
All right.
I might be on my own with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think it gets mixed reviews for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, something new on the show this week. Trying some rapid fire to wrap up with everybody. So you ready to go?
Uh-oh.
All right.
Buckle up.
Favorite hole at Stony Plain?
15, the par 5 that parallels the railroad track. I just love it especially when boat trains are going. I don't stop and wait for them. I love hearing the noise of the train. I like being on the green when the trains are just ripping by. Good memories having my daughter out with me when she was a lot younger, because she would just try to get the train to honk, and sometimes she was successful and not. So I just really enjoy the long par 5. It's challenging with out of bounds and lateral hazard everywhere, but then you've got the coolness of the trains rocking by.
All right, toughest hole at Stony Plain.
I think 14. It's the par 3 before that one, so you got to carry the water. Green complex is pretty narrow. You've got some surrounding bunkers around it, and the club championship weekend. It's amazing. I did the scoring yesterday to see how many of our lower handicap players still make the doubles on there because their first shot's in the water or out of bounds left if they pull it a bit. So I think 14 is one of the challenging par 3s in the province, let alone just the golf course.
Favorite golf course in Alberta besides Stony Plain?
Crow's Nest Pass, without a doubt. I think I mentioned that on the show last year, but I went down there 3 weekends ago. I took my parents down for a little 50th anniversary celebration and played 2 more rounds. And I've played there now 4 times, and every time I play there, I'm appreciating it more after each round. And it's been a while since I played a golf course where I have that feeling, and I'm already jacked for next year to do the same thing.
Best golf course you've ever played anywhere?
I'm going to say Royal Melbourne. Sadly, it was in 2001, and I did not have my clubs. So I think they gave me a set of rentals from 1989. So it was a very challenging golf course to begin with, but then playing it with technology that wasn't ideal, but still love the experience. Royal Melbourne's fantastic.
One golfer, past or present, you'd love to play 18 holes with?
Oh, Mo Norman, for sure. I had a chance to meet him at a tournament in Niagara Falls a million years ago. I just shook his hand, and that was it. But yeah, I could do anything to play golf with him, just to experience that.
Walk or ride?
Walker for now. I don't know. I think when I ride, I actually feel worse. My hip kind of gets out of alignment, bumping around, whether it's a smooth or bumpy golf course. I feel like I'm more mobile if I walk, and I actually feel better afterwards.
Match play or stroke play?
Match play for sure. I'm definitely good for an 8 every round I play. So I'd rather lose a hole and then make a couple more birdies after that than have to count the 8 on a stroke play match.
Favorite post-round cocktail?
I'm trying to cut back. It's tough. I guess I'm into some gin now. Pretty rare, really, but cutting back on the beer and the carbs if I can. So some sort of flavored gin now.
Most holes ever played in 24 hours?
Ooh, that's a tough one, Murray. Yeah, 851. Maybe that's why my hip hurts all the time.
Yeah, so that just quick so everyone know that was a specific for Rob. He tried to did break the world record for the most holes ever played in 24 hours. 851 holes. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right. One last one. Bell Center in Montreal. Where does it rank in your top NHL arenas you've ever watched a game in?
Number one, especially because of the company that I was with. So thank you for that one. That was great. That was game 5 of their season, and it felt like playoff game number 7 of the finals. That crowd knows hockey. Yeah, that was an unbelievable atmosphere and a very great night, no question. Last one for you. If people are looking to get out and play at Stony Plain, how can they book a tee time? Yeah, golfstonyplain.com. Main link will just it'll keep you updated if there's anything integral in terms of cart path restrictions or anything like that. Or call the Pro Shop, 780-963-2133. But golfstonyplain.com is the way to go. Awesome. Well, good luck the rest of your day with the club championship. Hope it goes well. Thanks, Murray. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, bud. All right. Have a good day, Rob. That was Robb James, head professional at the Stony Plain Golf Club. On the other side of the break, the open segment with the Junior Golf Report with Dunk Mills, my rant of the week, and much more. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
Think golf season ends when the snow falls? Think again. With the Golf Canada app, Alberta golfers can now take their game indoors. Track your simulator practice sessions, including time, focus, and location, all in one place. You can even log your indoor rounds, from the course you played to your final score, giving you a complete picture of your progress all off-season long. It won't impact your handicap, but it will elevate your game. Keep improving all year round. Visit albertagolf.org and click Find an Off-Course Facility to get started.
Thistle Creek Golf Resort, just 45 minutes west of Edmonton, is one of the best RV resorts in Alberta. With a championship golf course, water park, sports park, and spectacular views, you won't want to leave. We're proud to be launching our new Phase 6 development with 103 new lots for pre-sale. This phase will include an in-ground swimming pool. Call 780-514-0005 to view this exciting development and pick your perfect piece of paradise. You can live year-round or just spend the summer. Either way, Thistle Creek has you covered with plenty of year-round activities. Book your tour or tee time at trestlecreek.ca.
Trade in the ordinary for the extraordinary. Let VIP Golf elevate your game. Join VIP Golf and unlock preferred rates at Canada's premier resort courses. From your local favorites to the iconic peaks of Banff and Canmore to our stay and play packages on sun-drenched fairways in the Okanagan Valley. With over 170 courses coast to coast and membership packages that are tailored to fit your golf style, VIP members have more choice, get more value, and experience more unforgettable rounds. With VIP Golf, your next round isn't just a game, it's a getaway. Get your free trial today at vipgolf.ca.
The Nielsen Show.
You know, on airplanes, WestJet lately, in the little snack box they give you, a little chocolate in there. It's called Awake. Have you seen this Awake chocolate? And it comes with caffeine in it. So I've been taking those and pretending it's like a real kick. Yeah. I was just like, oh, here we go.
Under the tongue and away we go.
Yeah, I turn around to the rest of the plane. I say, it's about to go down. And I open up and I eat this Awake chocolate. Hey, Dusty, yelling it's about to go down on a plane is probably not a good thing. That's a good point.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings at 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Upgrade your game this season. Soro Group, Canadian owned and operated, delivers premium golf brands like Bedrati, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. Bedrati and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Soro Group, elevate your game.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kaysen Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kaysen Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
Grab your clubs and tee up for the ultimate summer of golf with Country Club Tour. Get access to 7 premier 18-hole courses plus indoor facilities. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour has a course for every level of golfer. Get the most out of this golf season at great courses like Goose Hummock, Redtail Landing, Sandpiper, River Ridge, Raven Crest, Whitetail Crossing, or Montgomery Glen. Make the most out of this golf season at countryclubtour.com.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCord, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measures studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCord, and this segment brought to you by Corporate Connections. Are you a business leader looking to connect with other business leaders to create and accelerate business opportunities? Experience the extraordinary, make smarter decisions faster, and ultimately grow your business. If so, Corporate Connections is where you want to be. Email Executive Director Pat Stride at pstride@corporateconnections.com, and we'll head back into the Modern Measure inbox. Scuba Steve has chimed back in. Don't get me wrong, Murray. It's all fun and laughs. We have to make up for any scoring, and good or bad. And so, yeah, it certainly sounds like Scuba Steve and his buddies have a lot of fun out there on the golf course. And another one, why would you want to make the round harder? Play the right tees. And a great point there as well. And it is now time for the Junior Golf Report with Dunk Mills, brought to you by the Lorenz Group. Most homes don't sell for less. They are just marketed wrong. See how at lorenzteam.com. And good morning, Dunk. How are you doing today?
Very well, Murray. Thanks for having me again this week. It was a busy week in junior golf in Alberta, and we'll get right at it.
All right, let's hear it. What went on?
Well, we had 4 events in 4 days on the McLennan Ross Junior Tour. 2 were in the Edmonton area, and so we'll concentrate on those, but I got a couple of highlights from the other events as well. Last Monday, I got my sheet handy here, so the tour was in Westlock, and we had some good results. A young man from Athabasca by the name of Taiwo Oba shot a 73. And Zayden Turner from the Glendale was right behind him in the 70 with a 74 in the boys U19 and the U17s. Owen Denise, and I don't have a home club for this young man. He was 73 as well. Ethan Gibbons, he's a young boy. I've seen some results this summer. He comes in from Jasper Park Lodge, was a 75. And in the U15s, Ethan Livesey from Sturgeon topped that group. Girls overall low gross was Crystal Sue from the Petroleum Club, or Public Player Club, pardon me, with an 87. The kids went down to Colquitt Siding in Crossfield on Tuesday. I just want to highlight two winners there. Girls overall low gross was Rowan Pittner from Woodside. That's in Airdrie. It's 78. And the boys' low gross was Ethan Vuong from Country Hills. I've seen this young guy on a lot of leaderboards this summer. He's an up-and-comer. He was 3 under, 69. And I also see a name on there in the top 10, Ben Martins from Windermere. I got a hunch that's Cam's son. Not positive.
I think it is, yeah.
It is? Okay, fair enough. August 6th, the kids were in Lakeside Golf Club at Chestermere, just east of Calgary. Girls' low gross was a familiar name, Aaliyah Hull from Strathmore with an 81. And boys' overall low gross was Connor Elliott from Belvedere, made a roadie. Made it worth his while, shot a plus 172 to win the boys U19. But a young guy from the Public Player Club out of the U17 group, Jace Hansen, was overall low gross with a 71. Friday, the kids were back in Edmonton, down in the River Valley at Victoria. A very friendly golf course for junior golf, and it's not overly long, but you got to keep it in the fairway at Vic. So Ariana Hay of the Edmonton Petroleum Club was low in the girls U19 with an 82. Rachel Adamas from the Derrick was tops in the U15 girls with an 81. And Ariana's younger sister Mia was tops in the U13s with an 85. I suspect these two kids have a real good sibling rivalry going within the family with those two kids. In the boys U19, Brady Weeks of Public Player Club was 2 under 69, topped that flight. A couple of kids tied at 70, Taiwo Oba, who we mentioned earlier, and Connor Elliott, both at 70. That's 1 under par. But the low scores of the day came out of the boys' U17 flight. Ethan Gibbons from Jasper Park, tidy little 4 under 67, followed closely by Cameron Johnson from Whitecourt with a 3 under 68. So good for those kids in Victoria. Busy week this week on tour. It's down in the southern Alberta area. Monday, tomorrow, Desert Bloom in Medicine Hat. They have a tree. If you've played, I know you've played Desert Bloom, I'm pretty sure. They have one tree on the golf course. It's on the first hole, but it's a real challenging golf course for these kids, up and down through that coulee, and it's a fun course. Wednesday, Strathmore. And Thursday this week, a familiar spot for you, your old stomping grounds, the tour stops in Nanton.
Oh, wow.
This coming Thursday. But I just want to touch on the two big events this week, Murray. The Canadian Juniors Championships are on this week. It's kind of funny, the provinces call them U19s, but Golf Canada still calls them the Canadian Junior. Go figure. It's the same kids.
Yeah, for sure.
The junior girls are in TPC Toronto. Starts tomorrow, goes 4 days, 72 holes. And the junior boys are at Wascana in Regina. Now, I looked through the confirmed entry list earlier this morning. There's 13 Alberta junior girls are going to be in Toronto, and 26 junior boys from Alberta will be over in Regina. All the top kids. I hope some of them do very well, and it's a big thrill to play in a national championship for any of these youngsters. Some will be their first time, others have played in the Canadians before, but it's still a big thrill to play in a national championship. So we want to wish all those Alberta kids luck in their national championship this week.
Absolutely, for sure. And so hopefully next week you'll be able to wrap off a whole bunch of successful Albertans in those tournaments for sure.
Let's hope somebody like Bray Rogalchik or Eileen Park or Sailor May or something wins the Canadian Junior. Wouldn't that be great?
Is Eileen even going to play, though? I think she'd probably win that by 15 shots, wouldn't she?
Who's that?
Would Eileen even play in that anymore? She's too good for that.
The Canadians, yeah, she's entered. She's in the draw.
Wow.
So
all right, okay.
She's good for
so
sure.
Everyone's playing for second place then, I think.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. There's some tough kids from the BC Lower Mainland that'll probably give her all she can handle too. So I hope they all do well.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for your time, Dunk. We'll catch up with you next week.
My pleasure, Murray. Thanks for having me.
All right. Other results in the PGA world. PGA of Alberta Pro Ladies South this week. Tyler Labouthier, Stephanie Bond from 365 Golf won in a playoff over Carson Taylor and Carrie McDowell from Bears Paw. The next event tomorrow, we're hosting a PGA of Alberta event at the Ranch. It's a regular Players Tour event, a senior Players Tour event, and a playability test all happening at the Ranch tomorrow. And also this week, the Pro Lady North is at the Links of Spruce Grove. In the Alberta Golf Association, they had their senior men's championship at Thistle Creek. The winner was Grant O from Bears Paw, even par in a playoff over David Schultz from Country Hills in Calgary. Top local was Dave Reynolds from the Derrick, fourth place at +3. This week in the Alberta Golf Association, they have a couple of upcoming events. The Alberta Open is at Pritis Greens. Excited to see results from that in the following week. There will be the All Abilities Championship at Broadmoor. So some great events there. The engagement question this week, Zach, get you to chime in on this one first. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that golfers are playing from tees that are too long for them?
Well, I know I'm always playing on tees that are too long for me and too short. I just never teed up properly. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of the laughing stock of my group. I follow them.
Right.
And it depends on, I guess, weather or how they're feeling for my group of friends. Like, that's the only experience that I've really have. So I always look at that. And sometimes I try and mix it up. In my books, it seems to me that they don't tee it up too high. They almost teed up too short. So I don't really have much to say on that personally, but I don't know where I'm supposed to tee it up. Like, my buddies are always like, no, you're too short, you're too high. I'm like, well, what are you supposed to do, boys? Like, I'm trying to follow you guys and you guys aren't hitting it. What's going on?
Wow. Well, Zach, you kind of missed the question. It's talking about which tees you play in terms of the length of the hole, not the length that your tees up in the air.
Well, then I'm completely wrong for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. It fully depends on how you're feeling, I think. Some people get egotistical, and I find that when I'm watching other groups that maybe it's like, okay, you don't need to be that far back. Like, just play where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
I know when I started, I wanted to follow along with my buddies, so I would tee off from where they're going, and it didn't turn out too good. So I'm going to say that I agree with the question that people do, use the wrong tee boxes. And I guess I invented my own question too.
You did, absolutely. Yeah. Now, for me on that one, I do think that people play tees that are too long for them generally. And I'm not going to lie, when I'm out at the ranch and I see a group tipping it up on the back tees, I'm stopping and watching because I want to see if I think they should actually be back there. And 9 times out of 10, they shouldn't be. Like, saw one the other day. I stopped and one of the guys hits it in the water right in front of the tee on number 1. Like, what are you doing on the gold tee if you can't hit it over the water? Like, doesn't make any sense. Like, and a thing that we've talked about on this show week after week after week is how golf is supposed to be fun. And when you're playing the tips or you're playing a yardage that's too far back for your ability, you're not going to have as much fun as you would if you moved up and played a comfortable yardage that makes it more enjoyable. You're going to play a little better. You're going to be in less trouble. Your score is probably going to be a little bit lower. So just play the yardage that's appropriate.
And you're still playing the same hole.
Exactly.
Right? It does change how far you have to hit. And sometimes, I don't know, there might be other variables, things being in the way if you tee up further back. But in most courses that I've played at, it isn't that big of a difference. But even that little bit for a golfer like me who, would mean that much.
Yeah.
I always tend to play, not the junior tees, obviously, not that close, but probably the tees that would suffice for me. I'm not playing the championship tees.
You do not need to be on the championship. Nobody. Hardly anybody does for sure. But all right, for golf this week for me, last Sunday, the ranch, just getting sick and tired of this weather. Like, I actually played really well last Sunday at the ranch, but it was a freaking hurricane wind. It was absolutely no fun being out there playing in wind that long. At one point I said to my players, I don't even want to, we should just go in. If it was raining too hard, you go in and don't finish, don't play golf anymore. If it's that as windy as it was, I felt like that's what I wanted to do too. But we ended up finishing. But I played good. My score was good, but it was just not a lot of fun. Then Tuesday, I only played 9 holes with. It was supposed to be myself, my wife Jessica, and our son Luke. After 4 holes, my son decided he was having more fun hanging out in the starter shack and working with our outside services team than playing golf. So he went in, and Jess and I played 5 through 9 on our own. And it was like, oh my gosh, how fun is this? My wife and I playing golf. It's great to play with our son too, but just some alone time and get to catch up and talk. I was very special. 5 holes of golf that I got to play with my wife on Tuesday. This week, today, I can't even get on my own golf course. We're so busy with events. So we are going to the Glendale today, playing our normal 11 o'clock match at the Glendale. I have a busy week. Tomorrow, I'm playing in the senior PGA event at the Ranch. Thursday, I'm playing in the Pro Lady with my wife at the Links in Spruce Grove. Friday, another outing. Kevin Carius is getting inducted into the Legends at the Legends. And Kevin and his gal Laura have invited Jessica and I to play with them in that event. So it'll be quite a special day to be there for Kevin when he gets honored at the Legends Golf Club for his career and support of the golf industry. All right, let's cue up the rant of the week. He is far, far, far exceeding expectations.
It's now time for Murray McCourt's Rant of the Week.
There are no nurse right now in a ridiculous contract. You want to know whose fault that contract is?
All brought to you by Steady for Men. Steady, essential goods for men. A limited edition box of premium hand-picked essentials. No subscriptions, just 2 exclusive drops a year. Join the waitlist at steadyformen.ca.
All right, the rant this week is going to be about what I think should be the most valuable 4 hours you'll spend this week. And every one of us is busy. We're all chasing something, more money, more success, another meeting, another email, another deadline. But I'm going to tell you something. The most valuable 4 hours you'll spend this week probably won't happen at work. It'll happen on a golf course. Not because of your score, not because you finally fixed your slice, not because you made a birdie, because golf is one of the last places in life you'll get 4 uninterrupted hours with another human being. Think about that. I was just talking about that, getting to play 5 holes with just my wife. When was the last time you sat across from your spouse for 4 hours with no phones? When was the last time you walked beside your son or daughter for 4 hours? When was the last time you spent that much uninterrupted time with your dad, your brother, your best friend, or a business client? It almost never happens anymore. Golf slows it down. You celebrate each other's good shots. You laugh at the bad ones. You solve the world's problems. You tell stories. You learn what someone's really like. Some of the biggest business deals in the world don't happen in boardrooms. They happen on fairways. Friendships have started on the first tee. Relationships have been repaired over 18 holes. Families have created memories they'll talk about for decades. Nobody remembers every score they shot, but they remember who they played with. They remember the first round with their son, their last round with their father, the buddy trip every spring, the charity tournament, the hole-in-one everybody celebrated. That's what golf really gives us. It's not a sport. It's a reason to spend time with people who matter. So here's my challenge. The next time you're standing on the first tee, put the phone away. Stop worrying about your handicap. Forget whether you're going to shoot 78 or 98. Just enjoy the people beside you. Because years from now, I promise you, you won't remember every shot. You'll remember every person. And that might make those 4 hours the most valuable 4 hours of your entire week. On the other side of the break, we're going to chat golf business with Jeff Krushell. And if you want, chime in on your thoughts on my rant of the week as well, 780-218-9999. Stay with us. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Looking to make the most of your summer on the course? Alberta Golf has something for everyone. For juniors, the McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour is back. The province's #1 competitive junior tour, featuring 24 stops across Alberta. Plus this year, Tour Information Days, where players and parents can learn everything. Looking to make the most of your summer on the course? Alberta Golf has something for everyone. For juniors, the McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour is back. the province's #1 competitive junior tour, featuring 24 stops across Alberta. Plus this year, Tour Information Days, where players and parents can learn everything they need to get started. Looking to make the most of your summer on the course? Alberta Golf has something for everyone. For juniors, the McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour is back. The province's #1 competitive junior tour, featuring 24 stops across Alberta. Plus this year, Tour Information Days, where players and parents can learn everything they need to get started. More of a casual player? Upswing by Alberta Golf connects you to events all over the province, from scrambles to charity tournaments to play your own ball formats. Or join one of our 6 signature events and experience some of Alberta's most spectacular courses. And for those ready to compete, Alberta Golf hosts 14 championships for players of all ages, including the 90th Alberta Open at Pritis Greens. However you play, Alberta Golf is your home for the game this summer. Learn more at albertagolf.org.
There's still time to book your tournament at the Ranch Golf and Country Club.
As one of Alberta's top tourney courses, the Ranch makes hosting fun and easy for any group or business. No matter how unique or unusual, they'll accommodate your vision for an event no one will soon forget.
Start planning your tournament today at their beautifully landscaped course on the outskirts of West Edmonton. On-site event coordinators are here to help, but hurry, availability is limited and booking fast.
Visit theranchgolf.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline, who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited. Elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st. And delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men.
It delivers premium golf brands like Bedrati, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. Bedrati and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Sorrow Group, elevate your game.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
Looking for your next great round? Just minutes off the Hendan west of Edmonton, the Links at Spruce Grove is an 18-hole championship course that delivers. Tree-lined fairways, rolling terrain, pristine greens, and just enough challenge to test every skill level. Whether you're chasing a low score or enjoying a relaxed round with friends, this is golf done right. A favorite tournament destination with exceptional conditions and a staff that truly delivers. Plus, modern amenities, a full-service restaurant, and an event space for weddings, anniversaries, or business gatherings. Book your tee time today at lakesgolfcourse.com. The Links at Spruce Grove. Your next round starts here. Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kaysen Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kaysen Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
Join us for the return of the Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament on Thursday, August 27th at Leduc Golf and Country Club. Enjoy a day of golf while supporting a great cause. Start your day with a delicious breakfast followed by a round of golf, then unwind with drinks and indulge in a gourmet dinner, all ending in a lively auction. Come out and celebrate Tom Goodchild's legacy while supporting the Tom Goodchild Memorial Bursary, which assists in culinary students in financial need. The Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament promises unforgettable experiences. Don't miss out on the fun. Sign up now at sawmill.ca/golf. That's sawmill.ca/golf.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by the Stony Plain Golf Club. Whether you're looking to get custom fit clubs or lessons to improve your swing, check out the Stony Plain Golf Course at golfstonyplain.com. And it is now trivia time. Our trivia contest brought to you by Tough Stuff Promotions. Tough Stuff works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hardworking name. Call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com. For all your logo merchandise needs, the winner of the contest will get a custom fitting from the TaylorMade Performance Center and a gift card from the Keg Steakhouse and Bar with 5 locations around Edmonton. Why not tonight? And what do you got for us this week, Zach?
If you know the answer, please get in touch, 780-218-9999. This week's trivia question: what famous golf course designer created over 400 courses worldwide, including Spyglass Hill? Get in touch if you know the answer and stay by your phone.
Awesome. And now we are joined by Jeff Krushell, owner of Crush Sport Performance. Good morning, Jeff. How are you doing today?
Very good, guys. How you doing? Top of the morning.
Yeah, hard to complain so far. You know, Jeff, you spent years with the Toronto Blue Jays working with some of the best athletes in the world. When you compare elite baseball players to elite golfers, what do they actually have in common from a performance standpoint?
Yeah, I think that just the nature of the game, Murray, is very similar, right? Very, very skill orientated. You know, in golf, it's you and that ball. And you can't escape, you know, if you don't have the skill. It's the same in baseball. At some point, it's you and the ball. And if you don't have the skill set, it's merciless, right? Unforgiving and merciless. So I think just the demands of the game, you know, bring those two sports into the same realm there. And it's just an absolute just mastery of the craft, I think, that really, really, connects the dots between those two sports.
For every golfer wants to hit it further. If you could only give golfers over 40 3 physical priorities to gain distance over the next year, what would they be and why?
Yeah, well, I think, there's a couple things here. Number one would be get into the gym and get some strength development going. I mean, it's just a huge part of the game, and just for general health and wellness as well. But it's just such an important part of the game. Range of motion, though, Murray, I think is a big one. You and I have talked about this one before for sure. And then if I could say, it'd probably be learning how to interact with the ground. We know all movement starts with the ground, and there's ways you can train that. So strength, range of motion, and interacting with the ground could be a game changer in golf and in any sport as well.
When we hear golfers say, I'm too old to get better, from everything you've seen in professional sports, how much of that is true and how much is simply people training the wrong way?
Yeah, no, you can always get better. If we look at our world-class athletes at the end of their career, we're still looking for ways to, one, help them get better. And as an athlete grows and develops and matures, the focus might change a little bit, where we're looking probably more to injury prevention rather than performance, because as athletes get older, they've kind of mastered their craft. But there is no stopping our quest to get better. So, I think that's more just a mindset than it is anything else. And whether it's a skill part of the game or whether it's a physical preparation part of the game, there's always something you could do to get better, regardless of where you're at in your golf or sporting career.
Golfers spend thousands of dollars on drivers, lessons, range balls, but very little time working on their bodies. If you had to rank fitness, mobility, nutrition, recovery, and practice in order of what will lower scores the fastest, how would you rank them?
Yeah, I would say fitness first, like always fitness first. So, when we look at our programs, Murray, we have a hierarchy. We have actually 5 priorities for performance before we even talk about skill, because if these 5 are not in place, then your skill work is going to be just a shadow of what it could be. So we always start with sleep. If you're sleeping well, you got a good chance of doing well. Sleep, nutrition, and hydration, then posture, range of motion, your setup. And this is a golf story, actually, for me. I was golfing at the Banff Springs with one of my buddies and a couple other guys. Murray, you'll appreciate this. And they drove the ball down the middle, and there was a big tour group behind us teeing off, and I go to hit a ball, and I was probably in the best shape of the whole group and probably stronger than everybody else. I drove a ball, 100 yards out, nice little curve, hit an elk right in the rump, and everybody laughs, right? And I'm going, so driving to get the balls, I'm going, guys, how is it possible? I do all this, I'm in good shape, but I can't hit the ball well. And this is what my buddy Bob, who's a golf pro, said to me. He said, Jeff, you're done before you start. Your setup is so bad that you don't have a chance of being successful. And that's helped every athlete I've ever worked with, Murray, because your posture is your setup. And if that's not set up, that's a problem. And then movement, of course. So those are the priorities. And that's a great question.
Well, you've worked inside a major league clubhouse. What's one training or recovery habit that every golfer listening today could start doing this week that would genuinely improve their game?
Yeah, the cool down. Believe it or not, well, 2 probably. I would always start with a good warm up. Okay, that is a warm up. It can help every aspect of performance if it's done properly. But a good cool down is as or even more important, Murray, because it sets the tone for how your body adapts, how your brain learns, and how you wire in what happens. So very few people actually invest in any cool down strategies, especially in the game of golf, on a recreational level. And I get it. There's only so much time. You want to get to the clubhouse, have a beer, and talk about the game and stuff. But it's a game changer. If you're score, I would seriously start looking at recovery strategies.
Are you a believer in cold plunges?
Huge. 100%. I've got one here. I've got a hot tub and a cold tub here. It is a massive, massive weapon when it comes to recovery and even readiness too.
Well, junior golf is exploding here in Alberta and really across the country. What's the biggest mistake you see parents making with young golfers? And what would you tell parents who dream of seeing their kids earn a college scholarship one day?
Yeah, Murray, and I got to thank you for this question because this is a good one. We've been talking about this on our Crush Summer series all summer long. Just like any other sport for young athletes, with great intentions, we overschedule. These kids are so overscheduled. And you got to understand, one of our top priorities in sport is recovery. So finding that balance between training, working with your golf coach or golf pro, getting some games in, and then competing, at a high level, as well as your downtime and just having some fun as a kid. So the balancing the schedule is a tricky thing, and it's actual skill that parents can develop. So without question, in all of sport, and especially in golf, over competing is a big problem.
So much is changing and evolving in the world in terms of technology and supplements and different things. But looking ahead, say 10 years from now, what do you think golfers will be doing differently to stay healthy, hit the ball further, and enjoy the game longer?
And I think you hit the nail on the head there, Murray. I believe that technology, it already is driving the game. It's driving sport, right? But in the future, I can see, we're already seeing hints of grips that give us feedback on our contact and our power output. We're looking at footbeds in our shoes that are telling us if we're creating too much stress. So I think in 10 years, it's not that it's not so much that we're going to be doing things differently. We're just going to be smarter because of the feedback and information we're getting while we're playing, right? That's what I think the big change is going to be. And it is going to be a game changer for people in managing their health and how much stress they're putting on their bodies. It's going to be a fun to watch for sure.
Tell us about some of the programs you offer at Crush Sport Performance.
Yeah, so hey, we've got a bunch of programs going on right now, and one of them is our golf program where we help golfers just attack their goals, and it's longer range type training, Murray. But we are kind of more of a boutique type service when it comes to athlete development and athlete training. We only work with a few athletes every year, but it's really, really goal-orientated, fun stuff. And it doesn't matter whether you're a young developing athlete, whether you're an existing pro, or whether you're a recreational athlete. We find that the principles of performance are the same across the board. So that's what we're all about, Murray. We got some cool things going on the nutrition side, and we're actually working on some very, very well-received education programs as well, which has been a real treat to do for sure.
Trying something different on this week's episode, finishing up with some rapid fire questions. You ready to go?
Yes. Oh yeah, let me have it.
All right. Biggest performance myth in golf?
Keep your head still.
Range before the round or straight to the first tee?
Range. Get that feel.
Strength or mobility? Pick one.
Mobility. Strength is nothing if you can't move well.
One exercise every golfer should do.
Oh man, this is a tough one, but probably a pull off press, which is just core anti-rotation type exercise.
Yeah. Okay. Hardest athlete you've ever trained?
The hardest athlete individual or the hardest position?
Individual.
Individual. I can't say names, man.
Okay, fine.
But I've had some fun ones, though. The best one, I'll say, Roy Halladay is probably one of my favorites. Patrick Kabongo, Ricky Ray is another one. So lots of great athletes.
Okay, well, then that kind of kiboshes my next one, but I'll ask it anyways. Most impressive athlete you've ever worked with during your Blue Jays days?
Yeah, oh no, Roy Halladay for sure. But he and I kind of came up through the minor leagues together to the big leagues. But I tell you what, he learned from Roger Clemens and Pat Hankin, just the work ethic that it takes. And he really took it seriously. Boy, that was a very, very special athlete. And I could tell you this too, Murray, there were players trying to come to the Blue Jays just to be around Roy Halladay. That's how special he was.
If you could play 18 holes with any athlete that you've worked with in the past, who would it be?
Ooh, that I've worked with?
Yeah.
Oh man, let me see. Probably Jamie Saleh. I love Jamie Saleh when, worked with her when she was young and went on to get an Olympic gold. But it would be great to talk to her and have a round of golf with her because she does golf about, how the sport has changed and her adventures, going through all the trials and tribulations of getting to that Olympic gold.
All right. Well, I get to trump you. I played 18 holes with Jamie Saleh, so I've had some of those conversations.
There you go. Awesome. Yeah. She's fantastic.
Finish this sentence. The biggest thing golfers are doing wrong is
overtraining. Oh, no. Hold on. Overplaying.
Okay. All right. One last one for you then, Jeff. If people are interested in working with you, how can they find you?
Yeah, go to jeffkrushell.com or search out Crush Performance, Murray. We're all over the place there. And yeah, I really appreciate everything you guys do for golf. Love the game. And I'll say this, and of all the athletes I work with, trying to get results, golf is probably the most difficult sport I've been involved in. I haven't worked with a lot of the top pro guys, but I know people that have. But it is one of those very, very special trying games, man. Just love it.
Yeah, no one ever accused golf of being easy, no doubt.
Amen. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Great, Mayor. Thanks.
All right. That was Jeff Krushell from Crush Performance. A couple of texts I want to get to, and there's been a lot of texts. I got to try to find it here again. Oh, that was okay. Where did these ones go? I might have missed them here because too many trivia answers came in. Here's one. Ego takes over and people think they can play from a tee that don't belong at. Okay, that one I already read. Sorry, they got the ones I wanted to do got mixed up in the trivia ones. So I guess we'll have to skip out on those ones for this week. So the trivia though, who's the big winner?
Yeah, Derek is the winner this week. So, Derek, please be by your phone. I'll get surprising details from you. But the question was, what famous golf course designer created over 400 courses worldwide, including Spyglass Hill? The answer, Robert Trent Jones Sr., not Jr., Sr.
All right. Well, that'll wrap up this week's edition of the VIP Golf Show here in the Modern Measure Studio, presented by Ardent Roof Systems on Edmonton Sports Talk. Next week on the show, we're going to chat. It's going to be a good show next week. Jamie Dees, the product lead for TaylorMade, joins us. That'll be awesome. Ryan Doucette from Adidas. Golf tips with Matt Ma. We'll go around YAG and check in with the Links in Spruce Grove. And then the final guest, I'm still working on a couple of things. Jess and I are billeting out a couple of LPGA Tour players. So depending on if they how they do this week in Portland, if they make the cut or not, one of them might join us on the show. It'll be pretty fun to have an LPGA Tour player on the show with us. So we'll see how that works itself out. But hopefully you get a chance to get out and play some golf this week. Appreciate you joining us here each and every week for the VIP Golf Show. Have a good one. Catch you next week.
Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors, all built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. Because at Ardent Roof Systems, we are
crazy about roofs.
Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ardentroofsystems.com.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kaysen Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kaysen Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
Enjoy a round of golf on 2 of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Grab your clubs and tee up for your best golf season yet. Hone your skills and improve your game at the Country Club Golf Tour Academy. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour offers the best lesson programs for every level of golfer. Take your skill set to a higher level and train with their simulators, launch monitors, and PGA of Canada's teaching professionals. You can train all year long at their 7 golf courses and indoor golf center. Sign up for lessons with the CCT Golf Academy today and countryclubtour.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline, who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited. Elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st and delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men